At a virtual conference held on Tuesday evening by the Permanent Council of the Organization of American States and called by the Secretary General, Luis Almagro, to address the state of the electoral process in Guyana and attended by the Foreign Affairs Minister, Dr. Karen Cummings, accompanied by the Attorney General, Basil Williams, stated that there has been no breakdown in the rule of law in Guyana. She further called on the international community to follow in the footsteps of the local citizenry, who she described as calm, peaceful, and patient throughout the lengthy process.
The people of Guyana have remained patient, calm, and peaceful. The international community should therefore also be patient and not seek to influence unduly the constitutional and legal processes which are currently ongoing in Guyana.
The minister charged with foreign affairs duties gave a summation of what has transpired thus far in the country as a result of the electoral process, maintaining the allegations of the APNU AFC government of electoral fraud. Dr. Cummings asserted that Guyana remains a law-abiding state and that the president has committed to abide by the declaration of the election body as was stated by him on numerous occasions.
President Granger has stated repeatedly that he shall accept the declaration of the results by the Elections Commission, which allow for a democratically elected government to be sworn into office.
As she made reference to an introductory paragraph of Order 60 of 2020, which gave life to the national recount exercise, she made mention of the qualitative aspect of the recount, which speaks to the reconciliation of ballots to their counterfoils and stubs, and in other words, all those elements that would help to solidify the validity of the ballots at the recount exercise. The minister, in referring to these statistical anomalies, stated that all parties to the elections have been able to exercise their right to litigation and remain respectful of the court's rulings.
Efforts were made to look at statistical anomalies as absorbed in the poll books. At all times, the executive branch, GCOM, and indeed all stakeholders have been respectful of the rulings of the courts.
Meanwhile, the Attorney General, in his presentation to the Council, made it known that the situation of doom and gloom being touted by others is far from being factual.
Picture painted of doom and gloom in Guyana certainly is not one, if you're on the ground here, that you would believe that type of chaotic situation exists.
The Attorney General, in seeking to bring clarity to the Council on the situation, spoke to great lengths about the court proceedings, noting that an aggrieved party was the first to approach the court, asking it to quash the report of the Region 4 returning officer, since his figures from the statement of polls did not match theirs. A situation the Attorney General described as unheard of before throughout the Commonwealth and the world at large, since it is common knowledge that aggrieved parties ought to make their cases known through an election petition, which can only be activated after there has been a declaration of results. Mr. Williams posited, however, that that course of action is much more welcome than demonstration, which is predominant in countries around the world.
The first recourse to the CCJ was not made by us. It was made by the opposition. They were dissatisfied with the decision of the Court of Appeal, and so they rightly sought recourse to our apex court. We don't have a problem with that. It's better that we have that type of resolution in Guyana than to have the opposite that you see all over the world.
Mr. Williams, in stating that there has been outside interference, deeming same as premature, stated that the OAS should give the country another chance.
What I would say, respectfully, colleagues, Secretary General, Chair, I would say that you should give us a chance. I believe all this is premature. There has been no declaration. If there were a declaration, we would understand. But we haven't reached that stage, and we're trying to get there. And we wish to say this. We could be more affronted. Our president is an incumbent president. Came into office 5 years ago, and he started a transformation to bring Guyana into a proper state that people are proud of us.
Reporting for HGP Nightly News, Wendell Badrie.